Me, 26, grad student in philosophy. Minor, existential dread, specialization. Drinking campus coffee that tastes like punishment. Flyer, progressive relationships in late capitalism, guest lecture. Translation, free pizza, new ways to be confused about love. Go anyway. Lecture hall packed with people who say discourse, unironically. Prof name drops Foucault every 3 minutes like a hydration reminder. Q and A devolves into what even is jealousy speedrun. Me, thinking about Kant and co-op games. After talk, cute TA approaches podium like final boss with a cardigan. Short hair, sharp glasses, small tattoos peeking at the wrist. Name tag says Clara. Voice soft but confident. You had a spicy Kant take. Study group tonight. Alternative love structures. Alternative love structures. Zip. Brain, say no. Stomach, remembering free pizza. Say yes. Mouth, yeah, sure, sounds academically illuminating. 8 p.m., study group in a grad lounge with dead ficus and living crystals. Circle of 8 on floor cushions. Words heard within 5 minutes. Polycule, compersion, ethical non-monogamy, containers for intimacy. Someone quotes bell hooks. Someone else quotes their therapist. My turn. I think Kant would hate Google Calendar threesomes. Clara laughs so hard her glasses fog. Hart performs jazz. Post-meeting linger. She asks if I'm free for coffee to unpack. We walk campus under street lamps, talk memes, advisors, and why everything is a syllabus now. Texting starts that night. Her meme game, elite, my sleep schedule, deceased. A week of coffees later. We're walking past the library. She says it casually, like ordering tea. Just so you know, I'm poly. I'm seeing Adam, law, and Renee, yoga. Pokerface.jpg. She adds, but I feel like I still have space for someone like you. Space for rent.wav. Me. I'm more of a single-player campaign guy. Her grin goes crooked. That's such a monogamous way to frame the map. Before I can uninstall feelings. She invites me to a small reading night at her place. Low-key, just friends and tea, she promises. Low-key, maybe. Drop the time and address into calendar like a man scheduling his own plot twist. Standing in front of Clara's apartment door, mentally preparing for scented candles and too many throw pillows. Knock knock, door swings open. Not Clara. Instead, a woman, maybe late 40s, early 50s. Same sharp jawline, same eyes as Clara, but with this effortless vibe like she owns the whole street. Dressed casual, jeans, loose sweater, hair in a messy bun. Somehow hotter than half the grad students on campus. Brain crashes instantly. She smiles, warm but amused. You must be Anon. Clara's philosophy project? Ouch.mp3. Mumble something about being a study group person. She laughs, waves me inside. Smell of fresh coffee and actual home-cooked food. Not the kale death sludge Clara usually brings to meetings. I think I've entered a parallel universe. Clara rushes out from kitchen. Cardigan, glasses, already mid-sentence about some reading on relationship anarchy. Introduces her mom. This is Lana. Lana, still smirking. She means mom. Wav. Wait, that's her mom? Plot twist DLC unlocked. Meeting goes as expected. Circle of people talking about polycules and radical honesty. Me sitting on the floor, sipping tea like NPC background character. Clara takes spotlight, gives TED Talk about jealousy being a capitalist construct. Others nod like disciples. I zone out, keep noticing Lana in the kitchen, making real food, humming to herself. Looks way more grounded than the entire room combined. Break time. Lana comes over with a plate of brownies, hands me one, leans in whispering, "Don't let them talk you into ecstatic dance." Last time someone sprained a knee. Nearly choke laughing. Clara too busy explaining compersion to notice. Lana gives me this conspiratorial look, like we're already in on the same joke. End of night. People leave buzzing about deconstructing intimacy norms. Clara pulls me aside. So? Do you feel expanded? Me. Sure. Lana catches my eye from the doorway. She's holding a glass of wine, shaking her head with the faintest smile. My face when I'm supposed to be intrigued by poly theory. But all I can think about is Clara's mom's smirk. Week later, brain still reeling from brownie incident. Clara keeps texting me about expanding consciousness, also known as reading 3 PDF manifestos and attending another poly meetup, mentally exhausted. Decide to do normal human task, grocery shopping, walk into local store, headphones on, autopilot mode. Grab ramen, discount cereal, frozen pizza, feels good.jpg, turn corner into produce aisle, nearly drop basket. Lana is there. Not cardigan goddess from last week, just jeans, leather jacket, messy bun, sunglasses perched on her head. Cart filled with real adult food like fresh vegetables and wine. Me with my $1 mac and cheese. Killme.png. She notices, smirks immediately. Well. Philosophy boy shops like a college freshman. Blush mumbles something about being broke grad student. She laughs, tosses a bag of spinach into my cart. Try eating green sometimes. It won't kill you. Chemistry loading. We walk same aisles, keep bumping into each other. Turns into unspoken co-op mission. She roasts every item I grab. Me grabs frozen burritos. Lana, you planning to survive a nuclear apocalypse? Me grabs instant coffee. Lana, that's not coffee, that's depression powder. End up at checkout together. She notices my card struggling to swipe. Don't worry, I won't tell Clara you almost lost a fight with a debit machine. Banter feels effortless, way more natural than anything with Clara. Outside in parking lot, rain just starting to drizzle, of course, cinematic timing. She offers me a ride home, says she lives near my building anyway. Hesitate. She raises eyebrow. Relax, I don't bite. Unless you keep buying that cereal. Brain screaming, say yes. Mouth says yes. Sit in her car, smells like perfume and coffee. She teases my playlist when phone auto connects. Really? Sad lo-fi beats. You're not that mysterious, Anon. Me dying inside, but also weirdly enjoying this. Drops me off, leans across to open passenger door. For a split second, we're close enough I swear air vibrates. She pulls back, smirks again. See you around, philosopher. Try cooking something that doesn't come with microwave instructions. Drives off into rain like some indie movie ending. My face when Clara keeps texting about deconstructing love. But all I can think about is her mom making fun of my burritos. Few days after grocery adventure, Clara keeps spamming my phone with must-read PDFs, but also insists I borrow a physical book from her collection. Something about the ethical slut and how it will change my worldview. Sure, guess I need material to press flowers with. Go to their apartment. Clara not home, she's at yoga date with one of her infinity boyfriends. Lana opens the door, wearing oversized hoodie, hair damp from shower, smells like shampoo. Brain stopped working. Clara told me you'd come for that book, she says, rolling eyes. Lets me in. Her room has quiet music playing. She's sipping coffee from oversized mug. Mood equals cozy, not cult meeting for once. We look for book on shelf in living room. Lana pulls it down, hands it to me like it's radioactive. Fair warning, you'll regret opening page 3. Laugh harder than I should. Nearly drop it. Clara left a note inside cover. Anon, this will free your soul. Lana snorts. She says that about every book that mentions the word polycule. Inside joke unlocked. We end up sitting in kitchen while she makes tea. I mention the grocery store rose session. She smirks. I was being nice. Wait until you show up with canned spaghetti. Me, fake offended. That's survival food. She rolls her eyes, but she's smiling. Conversation drifts, surprisingly normal. Favorite movies, old professors we both hate, stupid campus rumors. I tell her about a philosophy professor who once fell asleep during his own lecture. She almost spits tea laughing. Feels easy, like hanging out with an actual friend instead of being in Clara's TED Talk. Rain starts outside again. Why always rain? I glance at clock, realize it's been 2 hours. Lana, careful philosopher, you're dangerously close to becoming my study buddy. My face when that sounds like heaven compared to poly meetups. Clara texts, how's the book? Me, staring at Lana, making fun of my ramen diet, realize I don't even want to answer. A few days later, Clara invites me to yet another radical honesty brunch. My soul cannot handle another 3-hour TED Talk on jealousy. Tell her I've got grad work, truth, Actually just want one weekend without group hugs. Go to local cafe instead. Small place, old books on shelves, smells like burnt espresso in heaven. Sit with laptop, pretending to write thesis. Actually browsing memes. Hear familiar laugh behind me. Turn around. It's Lana. She's in jeans, hoodie, hair tied up. No yoga mats, no incense, no energy field talk. Just normal. And somehow that feels revolutionary. She sees me, smirks. Escaping the cult? I choke on coffee. It's not a cult, it's... Okay, maybe it's a cult. She sits down across from me without asking, pulls out her own notebook. So, are you actually working or just writing your manifesto against beanbags? I admit I'm procrastinating. She admits she's doing the same. We laugh, and suddenly the cafe feels like a secret hideout. Spend hours talking about dumb philosophy takes, terrible cafeteria food, her stories about Clara's phases. She once tried to convince my mom to join a drum circle commune, Lana says. I nearly spit latte everywhere. Realized time flew. Clara hasn't texted once. She's probably busy with authentic connections. Meanwhile, I just had the most authentic afternoon in months. Lana closes her notebook, leans forward. You know, you're way easier to hang out with when you're not pretending to care about polycules. I grin, scratch back of neck. Yeah, I figured I'm more of a single-player kind of guy. Her smile lingers a second too long. Heart skips. She nudges me with elbow. Next time, skip the manifesto. We'll just order fries. A few days later, Clara invites me to yet another radical honesty brunch. My soul cannot handle another 3-hour TED Talk on jealousy. Tell her I've got grad work, truth. Actually just want one weekend without group hugs. Go to local cafe instead. Small place, old books on shelves, smells like burnt espresso in heaven. Sit with laptop, pretending to write thesis. Actually browsing memes. Hear familiar laugh behind me. Turn around. It's Lana. She's in jeans, hoodie, hair tied up. No yoga mats, no incense, no energy field talk. Just normal. And somehow that feels revolutionary. She sees me, smirks. Escaping the cult? I choke on coffee. It's not a cult, it's... Okay, maybe it's a cult. She sits down across from me without asking, pulls out her own notebook. So, are you actually working, or just writing your manifesto against beanbags? I admit I'm procrastinating. She admits she's doing the same. We laugh, and suddenly the cafe feels like a secret hideout. Spend hours talking about dumb philosophy takes, terrible cafeteria food, her stories about Clara's phases. She once tried to convince my mom to join a drum circle commune, Lana says. I nearly spit latte everywhere. Realized time flew. Clara hasn't texted once. She's probably busy with authentic connections. Meanwhile, I just had the most authentic afternoon in months. Lana closes her notebook, leans forward. You know, you're way easier to hang out with when you're not pretending to care about polycules. I grin, scratch back of neck. Yeah, I figured I'm more of a single-player kind of guy. Her smile lingers a second too long. Heart skips. She nudges me with elbow. Next time, skip the manifesto. We'll just order fries. Friday night. Clara texts me long rant about parallel polycules. Too exhausted to parse jargon.txt. Then Lana messages, Hungry? I'm ordering real food. Wanna join? Heart racing. Reply, Sure, what's real food? She sends burger emoji plus fries. I'm already in love. She picks a cheap retro diner. Neon signs buzzing, jukebox in corner. Nothing fancy, just cozy. She's already in a booth, sipping milkshake like a 90s rom-com extra. I sit down, try not to look like nervous grad student with existential crisis. Order comes, me double cheeseburger plus extra pickles. Her grilled cheese, fries she fully intends to steal from my plate. She smirks. Extra pickles? Who even are you? I shoot back. Grilled cheese isn't a real adult meal. She pretends to gasp, mock offended. We're laughing like idiots while waitress side-eyes us. Convo just flows. Talk about dumb childhood stories, worst professors, bad dates. Zero pretentious theory talk, zero radical love manifestos. Just two people vibing over diner food. At one point, she wipes ketchup off my cheek without thinking. Heart just blue-screened. Finish meal, both too full, but order pie anyway. She stabs fork into mine like food bandit. I protest. She just smirks. Considerate rent for good company. Leaving diner. It's raining lightly. She opens her umbrella, steps closer, shares it with me. Close enough to smell her perfume. Warm, subtle, not like Clara's incense hell. Silence, but good silence. She says quietly, "This was nice, normal. I needed that." I nod, trying not to melt. Me too. Walk her home, stop at door, pause lingers too long, like both waiting for something, but too scared to move first. She just smiles soft and says, "Good night, philosopher." Closes door gently, me walking back in rain with dumbest grin on face. Realizing that didn't feel like a study session, that felt like a date, Saturday night. Clara's off at her connection retreat with yoga guy number 3. Lana's home, invites me to stay for tea and help her move some bookshelves. Totally normal, right? End up sitting on couch after, tired, drinking tea. She's telling funny stories about raising Clara. We're both laughing way too much. Feels weirdly comfortable, like I've known her forever. Suddenly power flickers, storm outside. Room half dark, only candles she lit on table. She reaches for teapot same time I do, hands brush, electric. Awkward laugh, both pull back. Then sofa shuffle incident. I shift to grab pillow, she leans at same time. We collide, clumsy movie trope moment. Lips actually touch for half second. Both freeze like statues. Heart overheating. Me, that was... Lana blushes but smirks. Probably a terrible idea. Silence. I try to back away but she doesn't move. She whispers, "Terrible, but not unpleasant." Brain buffering, heart screaming. Kiss happens again, real this time. Slow, tentative, but definitely happening. Both pull apart after a few seconds, wide-eyed. Like, did we just do that? Week after incident. House tension nuclear. Clara busy juggling her partners. Meanwhile, Lana and I keep stealing glances like guilty sitcom characters. One night, Clara out with yoga guy. Lana in kitchen making tea. I wander in, pretend I need water, really just need to breathe same air as her. Silence heavy. She finally says, "We can't keep pretending nothing happened." Heart racing. Mumble. "I know." She steps closer. Smell of vanilla and coffee. It's wrong, but I haven't stopped thinking about it. Before brain can buffer, lips already connected. Kiss longer, deeper, no accident this time. Teacup crashes in sink, don't care. Pull back, both shaking. She whispers, "God, what are we doing?" I answer, "Something that feels real." She rests her forehead against mine. Then we're in trouble. Can't help but smile. Worth it? 1 week of sneaking around, late night kisses in kitchen, accidental touches when Clara's not home. Every second feels like borrowed time. Paranoia, loading. Clara getting suspicious. She asks one morning, "Why are you and my mom always in the kitchen together?" Lana smooth as butter. "He's teaching me how to fix the Wi-Fi." I almost choke on my coffee but nod like NPC. Crisis temporarily avoided. But fate has other plans. Friday night, Clara's supposed to be out with her law school guy. Lana and I curled up on couch, blanket over both. Watching movie, but actually just stealing kisses between scenes. Door suddenly opens. Clara's voice. "Forgot my charger." Freezes in doorway like she just walked into forbidden side quest. Eyes go wide, processing betrayal in real time. "Are you kidding me?" I nearly launch myself off couch. Words not found. Lana stays calm, hands still on mine. Clara goes full rant mode about trust, respect, boundaries. Ironic because she's literally juggling 3 boyfriends. Lana cuts in, voice steady. "Clara, you've been preaching freedom and honesty for years. This is our honesty." Room goes silent, me trying not to pass out. Clara glares like anime villain mid-monologue, then storms off to her room. Door slam, dot wave. Echo still ringing in my chest. Lana sighs, squeezes my hand tighter. "Well, no going back now." My face when the secret romance just went public in the worst possible way. Weeks after the reveal. Clara moved out, called our house a toxic environment. Ironic because she's the one giving TED Talks on jealousy being a capitalist myth. Whatever .jpg. Now it's just me and Lana, Mornings pancakes, coffee, sarcastic banter. Nights movies, soft kisses, zero lectures about parallel polycules. Domestic heaven unlocked. Sometimes she teases me. Careful, philosopher. You date a mom, you get dad jokes forever. I shoot back. Worth the risk. She leans closer, kinda smirking. When we're alone, you can read my name backwards. And my face when she said it, dead serious. First time we hold hands in public. Bump into one of Clara's old poly friends. Side-eyes us like gossip NPC. Lana just laughs. Let them talk. I'm too old to care. Queen. Later that night, she curls against me on couch. Whispers, "You make me feel young again." I whisper back, "You make me feel alive." Heart full capacity. My face when I thought I was signing up for philosophy credits. My face when I ended up with my TA's mom instead. True ending unlocked.